We live direct here on the podcast side, making it do what it do on IBP Media Group. Make sure y'all go ahead and share that. You know what I mean? We gonna get right into my brother in a minute. We gonna get right to my brother in a minute. Let me go ahead and do what it do here live.
Hey, yo,
You know
bro,
we
we've
gotta
been
start
on
the
the
day
road
off
way too
right.
long for this one. Yeah, man, that's a fact. What you trying to do? We was
Yeah,
gonna come
you
with the
know.
alternative, but it's time to put the home jerseys on for this one.
We
Yeah,
ready.
man, I like that idea, man.
When the
Let's get
lights
it.
get low, back to back, yo, I got you, bro. Pick me up while I'm tired, grinding hard, still gotta chase the goal. Long shot, but we got it. Fear nothing and no man, so let them know that we got it. Get low. To the very end, I'ma give it all. We rise together, we fall together. We a band of brothers, so we came to fall. We the underdogs and it's time to win. Lacing up, we walking out, defend our side. Now let's get it in. Yeah, too many years and many tears. Grinding out not many years. No belief, losing many peers. Many fears that we overcome. Looking back at the things I've done. Standing here made me think I won. Scramble back, now I'm on the run. Can't plays, but I take a shot. Down one and it's all I got. Pretty sure I know it seems a lot. Slow and steady won't see it stop. Playoff time.
Yeah, we live direct here live on the podcast side. 504 Online Mix Radio, live on the radio worldwide.
I'm tired, grinding hard, still gotta chase.
Yeah, over 30 countries right now on 514 Online Mix Radio.
Nothing and no man, so let them know that we got it.
We got Beat Green, the Queen in the building.
I'ma give it all. We rise together, we fall together. We a band of brothers, so we came to fall.
Yeah. Shout out Del Hayes, Rose Gold Real. What up?
Low, but I shine bright like the forehead on a body. I don't wear jewels on my thumb, but I'ma need 4 rings like an Audi. They blitz in, I back and drop bombs like the army. I touch down, she call me, no old lines, just all D. They know we came to win, we on fire and they can tell. All the Gatorade in the world ain't gonna save them from this hell. All I hated to do was burn up some merch after they bought it, but they bought it. I don't care if you wear my jersey to hell. They bump heads when they huddle, that's when they really in trouble. Treat this game like a hustle, they score, we bring it back double. Get they weak when they run and they squad don't got enough muscle. Next play, watch how we pop them and score up a fumble. Every team wanna get me over, my helmet's a high price. Contract so big, you would think I was signed twice. And at the end of the game, when them lights get low, they whole team in the locker room checking my highlights.
Back to back, yo, I got you, bro. Pick me up while I'm tired, grinding hard, still gotta chase the goal. Long shot, but we got it. Fear nothing and no man, so let them know that we got it. Get low. To the very end, I'ma give it all. We rise together,
Yeah.
we fall together. We a band of brothers, so we came to fall.
I got you, Sean. I'm gonna send you some music, big dog.
We walking out.
I got you.
Now let's get it in.
Yeah, I got you, big dog. I got mad flavors. Album dropping January. You know, doing what it do. Yeah, no doubt. Yo, let me see what's going on, man. Bro Mike, you know, Bro Mike was bugging today in New York. What's going on with your family?
What's going on? Yo, grand rising to all y'all in the whole deal. You know what I mean? And quick shout out to everyone in Jamaica, Queens, and 5 boroughs. But we got my man Big June in his house.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'd like to give a shout out to the brother. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Supporting the community. Not just the community, the world, brother. I like what you're doing, man. Much blessings, man.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
No doubt. That's how our bro might be bugging. You know, we gonna be getting it though. I can't wait till that winter storm hit and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to get a little bit of snow in your business. Get a little snow in your business.
Peace.
Right.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, no, that was good. What's going on, my man? Bro Mike.
No doubt. I like that. Tell your friends and family. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just getting everybody riled up. I'm excited.
You in the streets. You know, you can do that. You know,
I'm a street sweeper. Hey, you might as well tag me on as being a street sweeper. You heard?
You outside doing your thing, man, bro. Mike, we appreciate you, big dog, man. You out there doing your thing.
And one more thing, I got the new specs, the new goggles, new eyeglass wearing shit like that. You know what I mean?
I see you, folks. You can see what you're saying.
The bifocals and shit. Oh yeah, binoculars.
Yeah, you
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
no doubt. Appreciate you, man. No doubt.
How was your night? Did you sleep good tonight?
Yeah. It was good, man. I slept good and everything like that. Nobody tapping on the ceiling. You know what I mean? Shit, they'll make a noise, bugging out.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, and you had a little nice little sleep. You know, so you get your coffee this morning, or you on your way
Now
get your coffee.
I don't drink coffee though. I just started getting into smoothies. You
Okay,
know what I
get
mean?
your smoothie on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah, that's
sugar.
what's up. That's what's up. You know, get you
Getting ready for the summertime and shit. Oh yeah.
what flavor you like in the smoothies? I like my banana and strawberry.
Well, I'm about to show y'all like this. Bam.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
You know what I
I've
okay.
had
mean?
those
Yeah.
before.
No sugar. No
No
sugar.
sugar.
You know what I
No
mean?
sugar.
Oh yeah.
Straight
Yeah.
natural. Yeah, that's to give you
Yeah.
energy, no doubt, man. And, know what? I got to get back. I do my smoothies after my workout, but I got to do my
Okay.
smoothies in the morning. I got my hot chocolate this morning. I ain't do no coffee this morning. I got
Okay.
hot chocolate this morning. You know what I'm
What
saying?
gym you go to, Joker? What
You
gym
know,
you
I
go
go
to?
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness. I go to Planet
Yeah.
Fitness, man. You know, do what it do.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got a membership for Planet Fitness.
that's a good little spot, man. They got like, everything
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need right there.
I'm gonna start hitting it up. There's one up here, right on Queen Plaza.
No doubt. Yeah, you got to go ahead and get your workout in, and get your cardio in, and all that.
All that, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We
Word up
appreciate
and
you,
shit.
man.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing for the weekend?
Or the weekend, man. The weekend, I'm always grinding and stuff and all that, though. You know what I mean? And spend time with the wife and everything, and getting ready for the holidays and stuff, and do some prep work. I got a lot of prep work to do. We got a lot of things going on. With yourself and everything else and the team. So I got to keep
Fire.
on keeping the prep work going and keep
Alright.
getting information to help people and do the same thing you're doing, man. Out in the streets up there, blessing folks with knowledge and we stay busy
Yeah,
with it. Ain't nothing crazy.
absolutely.
Yeah, no
Yep,
doubt, no
prep
doubt.
work.
Bro,
Getting it
All right,
together.
y'all.
no
Yo,
doubt, man. I
peace and
appreciate you,
love.
big dog. Bro
No
Mike in the
doubt.
building. He be bugging every morning. We see you
Yeah,
tomorrow
no
morning, big
doubt.
dog. Thank God it's
Street
gonna be
sweeping.
Friday tomorrow.
The street sweeper,
The street
AKA.
sweeper.
I'm about to have
No,
a lot of extra AKAs. You heard?
yeah, I heard you. I heard you. Yeah. You be creative with it. Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you, bro,
No doubt.
Mike. Yeah. Was also that's I like that. I like that. No doubt. Yeah. V Green in the building, the Queen. I see you had a nice little um situation last night with 716 Live.
Man, that was such an awesome experience.
Yeah. I like they setup too, man. They upgraded strong.
Man, bro. And did you hear Cap 716 give you a big shout out?
I ain't get to watch it like I wanted to because I got busy, but I'm definitely gonna check it out today. And
Yeah.
they posted up on the YouTube today. So I'm gonna go ahead and YouTube and check that thing out. And I'm gonna go ahead and that'll be one of my on my agenda today on my free time. I gotta check it out. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was such an awesome experience. Thank you so much to Cap 716 for being my very first interview at 716 Live. And thank you so much for 716 Live over there, Jay and Keisha. You guys are so awesome. When you walk in there, it's a whole experience. Like it's crazy in there. And big shout out to the Evening Rush Network. You guys are still awesome. I feel like I've been in this playground and I'm just learning, and I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just get better and better and better and better and better and better and better. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
you definitely upgrading every time you do it. You know what I mean? You got it's made for you. It's part of your soul. You know what I mean? It's the gift, the original gift that God gave you that was hidden for all these years, and you letting it blossom. That's what's up.
Oh, thank you for that, bro. Thank you for
Yeah,
that. That thank
yeah.
you. That sits in my soul. I'm receiving that this morning. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's sometimes we got gifts that we don't know. Like, I always knew I had a gift for doing art, but really in the rhyming and producing and all that came later. And I was like, okay, I want to do this, and then
Yeah.
and it came out and be surprised what other gifts we have that's hidden that we don't know about too. We just got to give it a shot and give it a try. Before you know it, you tapped in and you want to, do what it do. So so shout out to the Most High for giving us hidden gifts
Amen.
that they don't say
Amen.
hidden gifts that we don't know about. We're gonna get right into the question of the day.
Yeah. Good
I got
morning to
two
Prince
questions
Killer. I
today.
see you out there checking on the check-in.
Yeah, Prince Killer always, man, always tuned in, man.
That's
And
what's
shout out to
up.
my new listeners too, man. And before I get into the question of the day, I was just reminiscing on the Mary J. I played the Mary J today, and the Mary J had a concert in Cleveland. A couple of my friends from Buffalo and my cousins went, and she did the sneak peek before she got on stage of her biopic, a
Mm.
sneak trailer, and she sneaked that in there, so that was cool. And Tahaji playing her, and my cousin had put it up on the screen and on her phone, and I was checking out the scene, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good trailer. The it got Jadakiss' son playing as Jadakiss. But no, she discovered the locks and Jadakiss' son looked just like Jadakiss for
Wow.
that
I
joint.
can't wait to see that.
Uh, the young man that's playing DMX look just like him, and it's also a spinoff for the DMX biopic too. And Tahaji is definitely playing the hell out of
Mary.
Mary J. If she don't get an Oscar for this, they hating.
And when
Because
I tell you
she
that's
got
she
her
is
down
my
pat.
favorite.
She got her sway. She got her even when she fighting, the scene that she showed her fighting with baby father, and she got her face sliced because she had a scar, she had plastic surgery, but they showed that scene when she got sliced with the knife on that scene, and it was very a tense scene, and it said at the end of it's going to be on BET Plus in 2023. It says summer 2023. It's going to be a series. I don't know what part series going to be, but it's going to be a series on BET Plus. And she gave it a sneak peek last night in Cleveland at her concert, and she said, "Y'all the first ones to see it." And she said she's very well pleased, and every scene and everything was recorded and filmed in Tyler Perry Studios, and
Mm.
and Tyler Perry is the executive producer of this piece. So, shout out to Tyler Perry. So we can't wait to see the biopic of Real Love, the biopic story of Mary J. Blige. So that was pretty cool, and I liked some of the clips they used in her show. She always put a good show. Her show looked like it was at the Super Bowl's halftime show. So, she gonna definitely do what it do. So shout out to Mary J. Blige on that. Right to the how should I promote my single? Question of the day. And how long should I market my single? I'm gonna go with the first question first is how long should I promote my single? Um, this is a interesting question. I always get this question. I never answered it for the past couple years. I always get this, and that's the first question people ask when I music market them, and I'm their coach. That's the first question they always ask all the time, and I'm going to reveal it today. If you have a single, you want to release a single, what I don't understand is you artists always promote it a week before you post it up or put it on your distribution to get released. Always promote your single 30 days before the release on social media, all across the board. Be creative with your content with it. Don't just put the cover up and don't just do need some videos, get some footage of you recording the album, get some footage of behind the scenes and some things. Um, what I'm saying? Do a pre-flyer, good content, a pre-video. Be creative, have fun. This the time you
Hmm.
can have fun. You've been serious doing the recording and make sure everything's professional and good, sounding good and looking good. Now it's time to have fun. Have fun. Let your inner soul get involved in them 30 days before the release of the single because you get more people interested and more excited to listen to it because they seeing you all excited and having fun and they want to have fun with you. So definitely do that on your social media, your Facebook music page, IG, a couple TikTok videos, Instagram, what I mean, Twitter, and any other platform you have. Be real creative, have fun. Don't be afraid to get loose when you're promoting your single 30 days before the release. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That sound pretty good right there.
it does. It gets people excited, and I like how you said, show the process.
Yeah,
Show the people what it takes, and it can be just little 5-second clips.
that's
But if
it.
you show the process and add a little bit of the music that you're planning on to release in
Hmm.
that, it'll get people excited, especially if it's a really good beat, and then you
Hmm.
add a few lyrics to that. I'll be like, oh man, I can't wait to hear the rest of that. You want to get people going. Good morning, my darling. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, have fun. You know,
Mhm.
I like that, man. That's why I like you know, thinking of Prince Killer. He, you know, his first thing he did with Cap 716, they definitely did some good promotion on that. And I like the behind the scenes, like the behind the scenes of the video scene. It makes you more excited to listen to the song. It makes you more motivated if you're an artist to do the same thing. And then and you cherish the work too. You know, when you cherish the art of it. You know what I mean? And it gets people because back in the day we was excited by going to the store and opening the cassette tape and reading the critics and looking at the
Right.
artwork, you know, that was a whole different type of
Seeing the
feeling.
cover.
Get the cover art, all that, and you could do the same
Mhm.
thing on social media, but with video content. You know what I
Mm.
mean? With picture content, and make it real clear and make it more professional. Don't make it all crammed up with too much stuff on it. Make it simple that a 3-year-old can look at that content and enjoy it.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
gives
mean?
them a digital experience. I think many of us are still stuck in that non-digital or in my line of business, we call it a paper process where we haven't gone through, because most things you can get on the internet now. So
That's
you
right.
don't need paper. You can use that same format that you use the artwork, like you said.
Yeah.
You could put your music behind that, clips of you in the studio, even clips of you walking into, do what it is to make the music. All of that entire process, people like to see. They want to feel you out and see where you're coming from. So giving them just a little glimpse of
Yeah.
it may,
Yeah.
that's a marketing genius right there.
Yeah, Prince Kelly, you do 2 months. If you're gonna do 2 months, make sure your content is very consistent and strong. If you're gonna do 2 months, you know, you're gonna add that extra 30 days, um, that means you gotta spread it out a little more, but also you gotta double the content now because they can forget about it real fast if you're not consistent in them 2 months. You know what I mean? If you put in a video, you start your campaign and you start your campaign like on the 1st of November and it's getting released in like in end of December, you know what I mean? You gotta make sure you're putting up at least 3 pieces of content a day, at least 1 video a day, you know what I mean? And also on the weekends, double up your content because most of the people is off of work, people's out of school, so you gotta double up on your content on the weekends. You can't let them forget because once you take a day off or probably 3 days off and you get busy by rehearsing or whatever you got going on, people can actually forget that quick because their attention span is so short on the internet. You got to flood the game. You got to pretty much spam the internet to get them to not to forget and have maybe 2 campaign ads going at the same time, you know, at the same cities with 2 different pieces of content. Do 1 video and do 1 moving picture or something, a motion picture, and do them at the same time on
Mhm.
your ads. So while you're posting and going live, them ads are still going. So when they get off that live, they get off. That's the first thing they're going to see is your content before they see somebody else's. So that's a little more work, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have a team. But you know, if you can do 2 months, do it, and it works for you. That's awesome. But you definitely got to double up because people forget very quick,
Mhm.
very quick.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Um, and then after you release it, you promote it for only 30 days after. So for you, Prince Killer, you're gonna have to do 2 months. Since you did 2 months before, 2 months after, then after the 2 months of your promotion, after it get released, you get into marketing mode. You know what I mean? And then you market that single for 6 years, non-stop. So if you got 6 singles, 6 years each, content over and over. And this when you can get steady with it too, because you got more than 1 single, you can get steady with it, and you can have a strategy to where you can have 1 single that came out before, and you can keep it going. See, with me, I use the song in contents in my stories. If you go on my Instagram right now, you'll see that I grab other people's content, steal other people's content they're promoting, put that on my content, put my music on top of it so they can continue hearing the music while they're looking at that piece of content, a flyer or whatever. So at the same time they're looking at the flyer, they're hearing the music. So that's how I make it easier for me on that because I'm helping somebody else at the same time marketing my music. So you got to do that for 6 years before you even stop. You know what I mean? Trey Sev been marketing Stop Playing With Me on 4 years right now. And it's been played on the top internet radio stations. I broke the record during the pandemic. The song Winning came out right after that. So it's like you have to continue doing those things. Um, on your single. You know what I mean? 6 years. How long should you market a single? Yeah, 6 years each song. Yeah, do what it do. Be creative. Don't do the same thing over and over. Make it seem like it's a new song every time you get a piece of content. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Make people think they ain't hear that song before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They probably seen the album cover, they probably see somebody post it up or share it, but then you got a whole new fresh piece of content post up with that same song. They're gonna be like, "This is the new song. This joint hot," and it's been going on for 2 months. They just didn't catch on until now. That's how people is on the internet because their attention span is so short. Get
Yeah.
creative. Don't be afraid to get in your creative bag. Have fun with it. You know what I mean? While you're still in the studio doing the video for it and stuff like that, because people will get the video and look at the video one time, but then you'll take a piece of that video and edit that small little piece of that video, use some behind the scenes that y'all didn't use as a piece of content to promote the video to go see it again. Then they're gonna go back and want to see that scene again, but they're not gonna be able to see it because why? That's a piece that you didn't put in the video, but that's making them go back to want to give you another stream, and that's money.
Yeah, remember today I talked about the one artist, Unique, that had I had on the show Think and Grow with Vet Green. She has a song out called Goals and Dreams that she had did like 4 or 5 years ago, and
Hmm.
now it's so relevant. Sometimes it
Yeah,
doesn't hit, people until they're
right,
in a
right.
particular mind space.
That's right.
And that's
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 right.
a great opportunity for you to reintroduce yourself to the world.
And like right now, the song I got, as far as features, like I got a feature with Kayla Bishop. Shout out to Kayla Bishop. Um, and now she got an album coming out. So now she promote her album coming out and her single. I take her content, that verse that she did on my song, I put her
Mhm.
verse with the song I'm on top of that album. While she promoting the album, they can hear her voice on my song that we do a feature for, you know what I'm saying? And you could do the
Yeah.
same thing. You know what I'm saying? You got a song with Cap. Cap got a new album dropping. Grab his content, promote his content for his new album, and throw that song y'all did together with his verse on it. So
Mm.
you're still getting credit off of the song and you're marketing and promoting him at the same time. Come on, baby. You're doing two in one. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You doing 2 in 1.
Mhm.
I do that all the time with my features. Same thing with Spill 716. You know what I mean? With my song with Spills, the Novas track, I could do it anytime. I could do it when because I know the Novas is sponsoring the Sabres. The Sabres won last night. I put the scoreboard up, boom, put the Lenova song on there, put my song on top of it because why? The Novas is one of the sponsors of the Buffalo Sabres. So now I'm promoting Lenovo's. I'm promoting Buffalo Sabres. They won last night in my music. You see what I'm saying? So you use these things. When you recreate a song, make sure you create a song that you know that you can use these songs for bait for other things to keep the song relevant to where you can keep getting those streams and getting that bag. You know what I mean? So no doubt. Yeah, the Godmother. Yeah, no doubt. She got the Revenge album, and she got the Godmother album. She got two projects coming out, but this one here she's promoting, and she's promoting it heavy. That's my first marketing student. I've been marketing and managing her for about 4 or 5 years, and she came a long way. She been on This Is 50 podcast. She done been on with Uncle Murder, Open Up Uncle Murder. She did shows from here to Puerto Rico. She's gonna be in Texas in a couple of weeks. She went to the Bahamas, performed at the Bahamas cruise ship. She is actually out the box, and she did post up that she feels that she's blackballed of getting played on WBOK. It's not really that you blackballed, baby girl. It's just the fact that you know, you gotta Google T Pain talking about radio stations that you gotta break that bag $200,000 to get rotation on the radio. Like I said, the only artist in the history of Buffalo was on rotation like that is Prince Killer, father and uncle, Divine and Debonair. And and that's because they was on their grind. They know people that know people. They had a lot of people around them. They had a good major team. They did business, and then they didn't have to drop a heavy bag, drop the bag without a heavy bag like that. But it definitely benefited them because they built relationships. We had that segment yesterday.
Yeah. Don't you think that's one of the reasons why it's so important that stations like 514 online and 716 live, that those are popping up to give independent artists more platforms to get their music heard on. I think the like the NBCs, the ABCs, the WBLKs, stations like that, the OG stations, those are going to eventually, if they don't go onto the online platform, WBOK has, because they have the app. But that's the way that it's headed. But
Hmm.
now you have competition. It's not just WBOK. You have other platforms. I saw the post that Kayla Bishop had put up, and it does make artists, especially if it's WBOK is the number one station here in Buffalo, right? And
Hmm.
you would think that they would provide a better platform for independent artists, but they're going to play that mainstream music. But you have 514 online, you have 716 live, you have the Evening Rush Network. These all
Hmm.
have radio stations, so
Hmm.
you may not get heard on that mainstream platform, but there's still listeners out there.
Yeah, and I'm connected to once you get into the podcast community, and once you get into internet radio community, you learn how radio work, and you be affiliated with so many other internet radios. Like if the people I'm playing on my radio, trust me, DJ Nick has an internet radio station out there in South Carolina. He listens to my show. He asks me, "Yo, who was Prince Killer? Who was this and that and the third? Let me get that." You know what I mean? And I go ahead and send him the track, or I send him the link, whatever, whatever. My man DJ Chill Will has a station called the Vibe Radio Station, who is a good friend of mine, and I listen to his station, and that's how I found a couple artists that I played when I did my review show. You know what I mean? Like my homegirl Black, and said Carlito Black, and all these other artists I'm playing, and all that. Then we got my boy Big Seven from New Jersey, from Newark, New Jersey, that is, who is also a family member of the late great Whitney Houston cousin. He runs radio show and podcast, and he also will play you on rotation on his radio side and his review side. So I'm connected to so many other internet radio that will play people because we all in the same realm, we all in the same family, and we support one another. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. And you also got Larry Loud too. You know what I mean? So we all in the same music community. So if I like what Larry Loud's playing, I'm gonna find a way to get it. If I can't, if I can get it from the artist, I'm gonna ask him. He'll email it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa. We're in this community, so I don't know why these artists is not going to Larry Loud getting played, or hit me up like how kind of get played on your station. A few have, but when I give them the prices, I did my free thing like Larry Loud did. I did that already. You know what I mean? I did that the first 2 years I got into podcast and radio. Now, if there's a price, it ain't hitting nobody in the head. It's a little bit of an investment. And that, when I get that money don't go in my pocket. That money keep this thing running like we doing right here. This costs money. You know what I mean? These airwaves start money. If 514 online mix costs money. You know what I mean? My podcast costs money. If it wasn't, y'all wouldn't be able to see me right now and I didn't pay my bill. You see what I'm saying? So that money is not even in my pocket. This is to keep it running for you to keep sending me music and help your fellow artist peers that that you want to see pop off and also be successful. So, we not up to that yet because this internet world it's the funnel is so big and it's so I can't say it ain't saturated because everybody have their own lane.
Right.
When internet first came, when we had MySpace and all that, it was saturated because it was only one lane at that time. You couldn't really get into these internet radios at the time because everything was so saturated under one lane, and it was so hard. They didn't have apps yet. So now, since they have apps and they have different links, and they created a studio network for the link that you can do things like this. You can do this now. You can have your own lane. So now people can have now these artists can have their own lane. You know what I mean? Like I said yesterday, if you want to find out what Bet Green is doing, follow her lane. That means follow her on Instagram, follow her on TikTok, follow her on YouTube. You know, go ahead and subscribe to the Evening Rush Network and go ahead and click that bell so you get a notification so you always know what's going on. That's when you in their lane and know what's going on. So when people say, "Oh, but Green don't got nothing going on," I said, well, "These ain't the people that's in the lane." Be like,
Yes, I
"What?
do.
You gotta get in when you fit in." This thing popping. I done seen like 7 episodes that's off the chain. So and so was on there. They had, this was on it, and that's just the way the game is right now. That's just how the game is right now. This ain't like it is back in the mainstream days where you had to, you know, pay for it and you had to build these relationships. And it's still hard in the mainstream. It is because they have a program list. They got they's corporate. They can't do what they want to do. WBLK can't do what they want to do. They want to play artists like that. They really do. But when you got them programmers connected to the corporate world, and then you slip up and they doing the agenda, you can lose your station.
The station is no longer local. I mean, if we're being honest, it's was bought out a long time ago. So you
Mhm,
have to take that into account. Now, I'm glad that here in Buffalo that there's more stations than
mhm,
just WBOK
yeah,
popping up that plays our music.
yeah,
I'm happy about that.
yeah. Larry Loud played music for free at this moment. Yeah, I was in that lane once upon a time 4 years ago. You know what I mean? And I did that already. Now I do. Now if you pop it and you relevant, I'll play you for free. That's why I tell people go on their grind. Market yourself. How long should I market my single? That's one of the questions today. Market yourself. You know what I mean? Shut up, my man Dorian, my mentor. He posted up him and Chris. They funny. They posted something up on Instagram. Like, if you're not going to market yourself, don't do music.
Hmm.
Why do music if you're not going to market yourself? And then you say you do it for a hobby. Okay, you doing it for a hobby, then do it as a hobby. Then that means don't put it on the internet.
That's like
Don't put it
podcasting.
on the
If you aren't
platform.
going to market yourself, you shouldn't be doing this because
Right.
it's the people who are listening and following who and supporting who are going to make this thing pop.
Yeah. No doubt. You know what I mean? So you got to market yourself. Don't put it on the internet then. When you put it on the internet, you want people to hear it. That means you got to market yourself.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You wasting data. You wasting data that I can use. You wasting data that even the Rush Network need to use. You wasting data that Prince Killer can use for his next video. Like, you know what I mean? You wasting data if you posting stuff up and you're not marketing yourself. You wasting space, data, energy, data space, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. Let's be fair with this. People want to do it because it's in front of you and you can do it and it's easy to do and all that. Okay, yeah, you can do it, but what you doing it for is the question.
like
What are
like
you doing it
I
for?
And like I understand, overstand, understand that. Yesterday was my first time being on 716 Live. I don't have a following there yet. It's
Mhm.
gonna happen. So I
Right.
have to hey, good morning, Bam fam. I'm so looking forward to you guys. I really am. But I get that I'm gonna have to do additional marketing on that side, that the
Yeah.
716 Live brand. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because this is my baby. This
Yeah.
is my child
And see
and I
you
want
you
her
are
to grow.
so you have like what, one, two, maybe three more platforms that you on consistently
Hmm.
that you can cross network those things. You know what I mean? Them doors are swinging open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anything that I can do to help the situation, I'm here.
Oh, I already
Doing an
know.
ad or doing a commercial drop on 514 Online Mix. There's so many other cross networks that you with. With the Brooklyn, the Brown Table, you can do a segment commercial there, doing their break and stuff like that. It's so many things you can cross
Mhm.
network for 716, not just for your segment of the show at 716 Live, but also you helping the 716 brand go to a different level on other networks to where it can cross network. You know what I mean? Like with the even Rush Necker doing with me. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mhm.
it's all about doing what you got to do and knowing how to do it. That's what we're here for. If you with something, and some people say that's in the corporate world, that's a conflict of interest. No, it's not. That's the corporate lane. We're not in the corporate lane. We're in our lane, which is independent and self-made.
Yeah,
You know what I
and this
mean?
is how we grow, supporting each other.
That's
The
right.
the once we get that through our thick brains, like supporting each other.
Right.
IBP Media Group, supporting 514 Online, supporting the Evening Rush, supporting 71, supporting the pop-up show with the Joker.
Right.
This is how we grow.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
telling
we
you.
are self-made movement. And when you
Mm.
self-made, we can't do what we want to do, but we can do that the corporate can't do.
Yeah, get that on a shirt. Self-made movement.
It's self-made movement. We doing what the corporate can't do. You know what I
Right.
mean? And the corporate people put us down because why? They can't do what we do because they're in the
Yeah.
corporate lane. They have rules and regulations, and they have an agenda every day. By the time they go to bed and punch in the clock and go home, punch out, that agenda is done. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to do it all over, clocking in the morning, doing the same thing. We don't have to do that. We can do I can have an agenda. I have an agenda written down, yeah, but I can freestyle this if I want to. I don't have to do this. I can change right now. I can say, okay, the question of the day was this. Now I change the question. We can do that. They can't do that. They got to go what's on that paper that's printed up in that machine that comes in front of them. They have to go by that paper. If not, guess what? Baby, you gonna lose your job. Baby, you gonna lose your job. Watch this dance. You know what I'm saying? You gonna lose
Okay.
your job. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That Green, you can do what you want to do. You're not gonna lose your job.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I
This is
mean?
my child.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Uh,
You do
yeah.
certain things or you say certain things, you can speak your mind, even Rush Network is not gonna say, oh, you fired.
Mm-mm.
We gonna speak our mind emotionally, spiritually. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
You
go
know,
get to it. The thing I love about podcasting and when you do it in this type of format is that you give others a voice who did not know that they could use their voice.
right.
That's the number one thing that I love about podcasting because it's not so corporate. You
Yeah.
know, you do have some that have to abide by certain things, but when you are doing it in this type of platform, like this is independent
Mhm.
514 Online. Chrisella hasn't, she pretty much gives you the ability to be you, which
Mhm.
I love because this is how we distinguish each other from each other. But this also gives other people a face. Like there's
Mhm.
people out there listening to the Joker because they relate to you. There's people out there listening to Vet Green because they relate to me.
Mhm.
Any other time you wouldn't see that. So it gives us a voice and it
Mhm.
gives us a face and it'll bring people towards us because we're providing them with something.
Right, right, and that's what it does. So, for you artists, when you independent, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You don't have if you want to edit your music for certain internet radio stations because I know because as I have some editing stuff that I get on my playlist that I play in the morning. You know what I mean? And I try to keep it clean as possible. But once in a while, we get a little something in there that somebody spoke their mind on the track and let it fly because that's one track. After I play 7 clean tracks. I know my man Chris G in Rochester. Shout out to my man DJ Chris G, straight from the underground radio. You know what I mean? He's on the FM station. He got to play clean music. So you got to give him the dirty version. You got to give him the clean version because he on corporate side and he's on independent side. You know what I mean? That's good to have sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's two different markets that he's tapping in on the FM radio station and also on his app station, which is straight from the underground. Go ahead and go to straightfromtheunderground.com and go ahead and check him out. He has some good hip amazing hip hop. He breaks a lot of the true hip hop music. Like he's one of the ones that broke Griselda before it was Griselda and everything. So check out my man DJ Chris Tree out of Rochester. You know, what I mean, he's planning on interviewing me on the show, especially when my album drop in January. So you know, there's so many. You got to if you want to get on these different platforms, make sure you pay attention and listen. Make sure you go check them out first. Make sure you watch a couple of episodes first. Watch Vet Green, Think and Grow with Vet Green's podcast before you present an interview or present a music or present if you want to advertise on her. Look at her platform first. Fill it out. You know what I mean? Do you figure is it made for you? Is your brand is made to be on her brand? Because some brands are not made for her brand. You know what I mean? She might not want nobody to promote their new marijuana strand on her joint. You know what I mean? She might not want that.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
That might
not
not be
ready
that
for
might fit
that.
for you.
Yeah.
But if it's for my platform, you know what I mean? She might tell you, "Oh, that's not my cup of tea," but go with the Papa Show with the Joker. That's for him. You go ahead and check him out, see what he can do for you, and that he can. That's what he does. He do the mental health thing. We talk about strands, cannabis on the show. As the 514 online mixes out of Montreal, the whole country is legalized marijuana, and and the whole team is in tune with that. Yeah, it's made for my platform. You know what I mean? Y'all got to watch. Y'all just can't because it's out there and it's getting some words and people knowing about it and the word of mouth is real strong. Don't mean it's for you to come and say, "Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can watch the show, watch a couple episodes." You know what I mean? We watch two of them. Watch the Tuesday
Yeah.
night and the Friday night at least once. And
And I
then make a
am looking
decision
for
that
people.
weekend. Yeah,
Hmm I'm
that's all
looking
you
for
gotta do.
sponsors for the show. We're looking for sponsors for the pop up show with the Joker.
Mhm.
We're looking for sponsors across the platform. But yeah, make sure you check out the show prior to it.
Yeah.
And yes, I am 420 friendly. I am.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. See, that's what I'm saying. See, they wouldn't know that. I know that because I watched the show. You know what I
Hmm
mean? But they don't know that. They want to know that because you on my platform. They were like, we promoting and marketing on there. And they hear it and they were like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit a event. See, could I? You know what I mean? And then don't get upset and mad because she said no.
Yeah.
What you mean?
And the other thing I love about all of what we are all doing is that there it is such a great networking opportunity. So
Yeah.
even if it's not right for Think and Grow with Vet Green, it may be perfect for pop up show with the Joker, or it may be
Mhm,
perfect for another
mhm,
thing that's going on with 514 online, or even the Evening Rush Network. There's so many shows and so many opportunities out there for everyone. There's so
mhm.
man, this is crazy how this is popping off. It's so
Yeah,
crazy, and I'm so grateful
yeah,
for it all. I'm grateful for it all. And good morning, everybody out there. Let me just give a shout out to everybody and say good
yeah.
morning,
Good job.
just because it's early in the morning, and just for them checking in, I think is so awesome. A big shout out to the Bam fam. Always
Oh
shout
yeah.
out to Prince Killer. He was the first one up there. The Evening Rush Network. Larry Lau, you guys are so awesome for continuing to support. I like to give flowers to the people who are your true supporters, and they're always checking in, always checking in. Make sure you guys hit that like button because it counts.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure y'all share, save it in your icons, and share it to 10, 20 people that get them algorithms going.
Does the saving
IBP,
count? I didn't know you hit me with something new.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
You save it
wow.
in your icons. It moves those engines to anybody that's following you. If they save it to their icons or their friends to see it, and they'll get almost like a it's almost like an advertise like you did an ad. Like if they strolling on YouTube, you'll pop
Uh-huh.
right up into the icon like they had you if they watched you before but they didn't. You know how YouTube is, like all the videos you have watched on that channel, they'll give
Yeah.
it'll pop up like you might like this type of thing.
Uh-huh.
Same thing when if they save it. It does the same concept.
Oh,
Yeah, so
see,
make sure
there's the
they save
gem.
it, save it. Say that shout out to my man DJ Chuck T, the tour DJ for 50 Cent. 50 Cent on tour overseas. He's gonna be on our show in November. I talked with him and 50 yesterday. That was a blessing. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, he like say for him, he takes a piece of content on YouTube and he'll save it because he watched the show. He tunes in He might not say nothing, but he tunes in and he watch, and he'll save it. So if he save it, 50 can see it on his YouTube end because 50 follow him. So when 50 taking and save it, all his fans will see and they'll pop up like on his feeds. The people that follow his YouTube.
Oh wow.
And the
Okay.
algorithm can push like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out DJ Chuck T, man. He gonna be on in November. He on tour right now. He said as soon as he get back from overseas, he said he got me. He gave me an audio FaceTime on Instagram. I get to see 50, but he was sitting next to him on the airplane, on the private plane, matter of fact, going to the next spot. I think they was in Germany last night. I think they going to New Zealand today, which is tonight, right now they concentrate going on right now because it's morning here, nighttime over there. Um, yeah, and 50 was on the plane and he asking questions and he showing me some love and so I'll make sure that was him. Like, yeah, come on, this is Curtis Jackson, this is Boo Boo. You know what I mean? He was like, this is Boo Boo. He said Jamaica Queens, it's me all day. And then we talked about we talked about a couple things and he was talking about he was opening up schools and stuff, and I hit him up with Kulu, who has a book out and the children's book coming out. He was like, "That's amazing." I said Kulu, and then he's like, "His name Emmanuel Kulu." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I got it on my phone right now." He saved it on his Amazon account. And he said, "I'm gonna order about 1,000 books, each one of his books for his schools he's opening up." He said he just opened up a school with LeBron James. Shout out 50 for that. And he's opened up some more schools throughout the country. And me and 50 chopped it up with DJ Chubby Chub. So yeah, Chubby Chub, man, good dude. I've been following him for a long time. I've been putting him on the 514 Online Mix, doing mix segments where he's live on Twitch. He loves the platform. And when I asked him what I got to do to put you on my show, my morning show and podcast, he said, "Man, it's nothing, man. As soon as I get back, I got you. Don't worry about none of that. I got you. Let me do this tour. Let me get back into the States, and then definitely will be. Yeah, I got you. I love for you, big dog, and I got you. So he chopped it up. So so those who follow me, you gonna see me sharing. You gonna see me promote him coming to the show coming soon, and and shout out 50 open up schools and education and having the reading programs in New York for kids that need help to learn how to read. So he's definitely doing his part and giving back. So shout out to Curtis Jackson. You know, yeah, Boo Boo, his street name. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, 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 no doubt, no doubt. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm doing um, Indie Friday. I've definitely got Prince Killer on rotation. Make sure y'all call. Make sure y'all inbox me to request his music throughout the week. I will play it, but I play all my indie artists tomorrow in segments, in different segments. While I play old school hip hop tomorrow. You know what I mean? I play all old school hip hop tomorrow. I might play some Melly Mel. I might play some Fuji rap. I might play some Biz Marquee. I might play some MC Light. You never know, but I'm playing some old school hip hop Friday with my indie artists, and we're gonna have a good time. And then I'm gonna have another question of the day. Also, I got so many ideas of questions of the day that people been giving me, especially Dorian. He been hit me up like, "You need to talk about this. This need to be talked about. This need to be, you need to talk about this." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, saying no, put your input, put your little spin on it, what you think." You know what I mean? But when Dorian speaks, when he do his lives on IG, he don't throw no punches. He don't have no he goes
No,
straight to
nothing, huh?
the he the Simon Cowell of the marketing game, that's for sure. Yeah, he don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I mean? He'll if it's red, it's red. Don't come here and tell me it's yellow. And then he'll cuss you out. Yeah, he brutal with it. But you need somebody like that in your life sometimes to keep you on point. And I know a couple of my mentors are like that in my personal life. You know what I mean? They're like, joking, what you doing, man? With the F, the gut. I mean, boy, they keep me in line. You right? Some people need that. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal because it's helping you. All right? You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
need one of them in
yeah.
your life. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna sign off. I have to do my other duties. I'm a caretaker. I swear I have so many doggone hats that I have to wear, but God
Yeah.
knows that I can handle it. I just want to thank you again, the Joker, for allowing me on your platform and schooling me. Every time I come off of here, I'm learning something. We were talking about that last night, me and
Yeah.
Cap 716. I really do get schooled. Did not know anything about saving, so I'll make sure,
Mhm.
especially with the music videos that I like of different
Mhm.
artists. I'll make sure I start saving those. I always like, as soon as I go into the video, I like it, even though I haven't listened to it yet,
Yeah.
because I know that counts. So now I'll also start, if I really, really like it,
Yeah, saving it
I'll
so
start
all your
saving it.
followers can see it in their feeds, in their YouTube
Okay.
feeds,
I
and
got
they gonna
that
be like,
gym
"Did I
with
see
me.
this video?" They be like, I don't remember seeing this video. I don't remember doing this." And they gonna click on it because they think that it's still the old YouTube where the stuff that you already checked out, they'll give you a reminder, "You might like this." They think that they clicked on it before, but they didn't because somebody has saved it.
Oh,
You follow that person, it'll pop up. So, that's
I
what's up.
got it. I got it. All right, you guys, I'm signing off. Love you, long life. Make sure you check out the latest episode that I did of Think and Grow with Vet Green on 716 Live. I have it posted on my um, Facebook page, so check it out. And thank you guys for tuning in
Yeah,
every single
and
day. You
it
know
is
who
and
your supporters are.
it's one tonight too, right? Vet
Yeah.
Green's episode tonight?
The Evening Rush has a definite every night. The Evening Rush has something
Okay,
going on around 7 o'clock.
okay,
Um,
yeah,
tomorrow is the show we're going to be on. Tomorrow we have
okay,
T.O. Mac, and we also have YNX 716 from Buffalo.
okay,
Love,
okay,
definitely I like his music too. Glad that I'm going to
yeah.
have you on that platform with
Oh,
me,
yeah,
because
I
you
love
have,
that brother.
you
First
know,
time meeting him tomorrow, that's what's up.
oh yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm very, very excited about that. We got to get Prince Killer too. I got to get your dad first.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta
That's
get
him
the
again.
dad,
I'm
the
sorry, you
legendary.
guys. I got to sign off. All right.
No doubt. Okay,
Bye
no
bye.
doubt. Yeah, we gonna go ahead and sign off real quick. We got a little more time left. I'm going to go to the radio
Time for an
side.
old school jam.
Representing that old school.
You want to go back? Let's go back in style. An old school classic. Spun by The Pop-Up Show with the Joker.
Yeah, I'm going to the radio side right now, y'all. Y'all go to 514onlinemix.com right now. I'm gonna play a couple more jams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into this Norn Hill and Nas real quick and play some more jams for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And I see y'all tomorrow on the podcast side here on the Pop-Up Show with the Joker. No doubt. Peace.